Hey, what's going on?
Tink. She starts towards the teacher's desk with her bouncing step, hands energetically swinging with the rhythm, boobs bouncing around.
Boing.
Rockin'.
Does she have balls too? She is. She's a Fuda.
They
I
all
fucking knew it.
Boing. Boing. Bing, 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 bing.
Muto, visibly dismayed at the interruption, and Misha in general, slumps in his chair. Mikado. Misha stops in her tracks and looks around her cluelessly, as if she's sensing from his tone that something's wrong, but has no idea what. Yes? We have talked about volume control before. Yes! Yes! I like that's how her reaction is. Just yes! But she doesn't lower her voice at all, and the teacher just rubs his eyes. So, what is it? We need help. We are running out of supplies for the festival stands. This is a distress. She waves a pink slip of paper she's holding around. So, go get more supplies from the art room. What's the problem with that? Plywood! Plywood is always the problem. Last time we wanted more, there was only a little. But that time we just took it all and went with that. Now there's none there left. There's none left there. So do you know where there is some? I don't understand. How would I know? The president thought that a teacher would know if there's plywood. Was she wrong? Muto looks like he's in great pain, frowning with his entire essence, and Misha doesn't get it at all. Looking at the two of them communicate is terrible, like looking at a man being tortured by drilling his skull open while blasting pop music at full volume at the same time. That's an interesting analogy. Stop, please. No more of those references. I'm afraid I have no idea where there's any plywood in the school, let alone where it would be if there was any. Aw, what should I do? Perhaps try to find Mr. Nomiya? Did I say that right?
Yeah, Namiya. Sure.
I'm quite sure he would know where to find everything you need. You'd have to pry them from his cold, dead hands, but that's a different matter. Ah! I don't have time! We're so busy! She holds her head with both her hands, looking as despairing as possible for a person like her. Without even noticing, she crumples the note she's holding against her hair. I shouldn't even be fetching these things. There's so much to do and we're falling behind the schedule. Muto looks at her gravely and then suddenly smiles. Smiling doesn't seem...
Yeah.
Looks at her gravely. I'm sorry.
Super gravely.
Super. Smiling. I'm an English minor. Smiling doesn't really fit his face. I think it'd be better. I wonder if you could get some temporary help.
Muto, you son of a bitch. Should play me like this.
He switches to staring at me focusedly with a hard expression, as if trying to say, "Go make some friends." Oh, Muto, you motherfucker! I hate him. I don't like him anymore.
Yeah.
I guess I can give you a hand. I guess I can give you a hand. I say. You can? Thanks, He-chan. You are really nice. She pauses, does a double take, and then points at me with her fingers, yelping, "Ah!" and looking very puzzled. Come to think of it, what's He-chan doing here? Class is over. You should be having fun. We just had a little chat. Oh no, it's not detention, is it? Are you in trouble, He-chan? No, I'm not. Is He-chan... What the fuck? I just muted everything. Okay. Is He-chan in trouble, teacher? No, he's not. Muto sighs deeply, and I feel that I may have to help Misha to get her off the teacher's back. So, what do you need? I ask. Here's a list. I can try to find the plywood from somewhere if there's none in the art room. She offers me a note she's holding. I take it, hesitating a bit. I said I'd help you, but this has no implication on whether or not I'm joining the council or not. Oh. Still, thanks, Hee-chan. Try to be quick. We are in a stall building streak now. You must hurry, hurry, hurry. She bounces out of the classroom, leaving me and the teacher looking at each other with something that feels like a silent agreement. Well, there you have it, Ramsey. You have something to do now. Please, don't sound so smug. Looking at the list with a number of items ranging from paint to plywood, all written with small, neat handwriting that is undoubtedly Shizune's, I heave a sigh. I'll be going then. Waving the long list limply at the teacher, I exit to the hallway. The classroom closet. Yeah. The classroom closest.
You
Closest!
closet.
The classroom closest to ours are designated belonging to what? The classroom closest to ours
The
are
classroom closest
designated
to ours.
are designated belonging to class 3-1 and 3-2 on the right. That doesn't.
The classrooms closest to ours are designated belonging to the classes 3-1 and 3-2 on the right side, and 3-4 on the left side, each door looking exactly the same.
Yeah, that sentence.
Like that, just read it good.
No, I can't. I don't. Listen, I'm sick, okay? I don't need this shit.
You don't need it, but I'm
Alright,
gonna
hold
use it
on.
anyways.
Actually, now that I think about it, now that you said eyes, let me get my glasses real quick.
Now that he's gone, he can't hear me. Wait, nah, I can't say it, because now he's gonna know. He might be listening just to try to sneak it in. I only have... Okay, wait, let me take stock of what drinks I have. Quarter cup of eggnog.
Water.
A little bit of water.
Water.
Maybe like the bottom of a cup.
Further down the corridor.
Oh, well.
What?
Okay, this is important.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
come on.
sorry.
Alright, let's see.
Continue.
In my fridge, there's Mike's Hard Strawberry Lemonade.
Mike's
And
Strawberry Lemonade.
750 milliliters of vodka. That's it. That's all I've got to drink.
Oh, dude. Speaking of alcohol, I should probably. Yeah, actually, that's not too bad.
It's not bad. Yeah, I thought you were gonna say that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
Eva, are
Yeah.
you a strong drinker?
I mean, I guess.
What do you mean you guess?
I'm not strong. I don't lift.
How much alcohol would you say you bench press?
Uh,
That's probably true, actually.
I don't know. I used to not have get affected by drinking at all. Like, I used to have just glasses of vodka, just like as a drink. When
You
other
fucking
people were like, "Hey, I'm
alcoholic.
drinking," I'd be like,
You
"Okay."
alcoholic.
And then they'd end up like
You
lying on
alcoholic.
the bed, and I'd just be like, "I just want to play some Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2009."
You alcoholic. Says
Oh,
I'm the one who passed out during your fucking D&D session. Alright,
Yeah.
speaking of alcohol, let me go get some rum so that I can wash away my sorrows while I play this stupid game. Don't worry. It's right here, so I don't have to leave the room.
Oh, good. You were prepared.
Always. Alright. Now, I'm gonna take a swig. Ah, that hurt a lot. Anyway, Okay. Further down the corridor still, with identical doors, are rooms that I didn't even think were used for classes. I guess the art room is not a classroom as such. I carefully push open the furthest door and peek in. Is it weird that I can see
Alright.
straighter now that I've been drinking?
This
Wait,
is
what just
pretty
happened?
much the best scene, by the way.
What happened? The text box is gone. Where'd it go?
Ah, shit. What's the button? Right clicks the.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Yep, this is it. All right, it's a classroom, but it seems rather badly kept or not in use. Am I in the right place? Desks and chairs are all around the room. A thin layer of dust settled on them. There are some easels in the corners, so at least this looks like the right place. The room is flushed in sunlight from the big windows, shadows creeping all over the desks. Specks of dusts are specks of individual dusts are dancing in the stagnant air, making the beams of light almost invisible. Jokingly, I call into the empty room. Anybody ho? Something catches my eye, and I stop mid-sentence.
Yeah.
Sitting on the desk is a short-haired girl, curiously wearing a boy's uniform, with a fork between her toes, a morsel of food stuck firmly on the end. Oh my god, she has no arms. That's hilarious.
Also, parody is like the raddest track.
This is an odd way of
I'm-
dining, seems to be
MS
caused
feel.
by her apparent lack of hands. But her presence here,
No way. Mark sucks.
I thought it was gonna be Misha. But her presence here is what takes
Well-
me back even more.
It's more accurate than you think.
How did I miss How did I miss her before? She's sitting in a corner very still, but I still somehow took her as a part of furnishing her a statue at first glance. I'm not being too observant today as a whole. Need some rum. The girl seems to be frozen in place, staring at me with her huge eyes like a rabbit in headlights. She's staring at me, her mouth wide open, ready to accept the fork. I'm staring at her, my mouth wide open, suddenly remembering why I didn't finish the sentence. I'm trying to think if I should. This weird stalemate. Stop. Yes, that is me.
You okay?
Yeah, hold on.
Alright. Yeah.
Alright. Sorry about that. Michelle says, quick, avoid her at all costs.
No, she's the
I don't
best.
know why. But she did.
She's actually one of my favorite characters. Probably. Actually, she's probably my favorite character.
Anyway,
Yeah.
the weird stalemate keeps us both stunned into silence, punctuated only by the wall clock ticking rhythmically. Hello, says the strange girl. Ah. The
Also
girl stuffs a
rhythmically.
forkful into her mouth, but is now staring at me, expectantly, whilst chewing. This is a bit awkward. Ah, hello. I was told to pick up some supplies from here for some festival stalls, I think. I didn't think there would be someone in here. There isn't. That's why I came here, too, says the strange girl. She picks up another forkful. Doesn't that mean you're here then? She raised her eyebrows as if suspecting my observation was false. You're pretty observant, I guess it does. But who are you? periods are for faggots, by the way.
There was a period there.
I know. That's why I said
Yeah, okay, I was gonna say, I thought you were just like,
this girl. This girl is pretty straightforward, isn't she? I'm Ramsey. Ramsey. I just transferred in on Monday. I'm.
that, are you gonna make a name for her and no one else?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm. No. Yeah. I'm Cosby. Bill Cosby.
Well,
Cosby Bill.
no, that's Shizune.
Okay, no. I'm Rin.
Shizao.
Tezuka
Yes.
Rin Tezuka. I won't shake hands with you, but at least we know who we are now. It's very nice. Okay, I already like her. Fuck you, Michelle. It's very nice. Her deadpan manner of speaking, of talking, makes it hard to determine. What? What? Alright, well, I guess we'll make something and then not end the game. Her deadpan manner of talking makes it hard to determine whether she's joking about shaking hands or not. It kind of bothers me. Joking about these matters doesn't feel appropriate at all. I'm offended and I'm taking a tumbler. Well, fuck. Well, I'm trying to figure out what's appropriate and whether this girl is. She seems to have lost interest in me and is now gazing yearningly back at her food. Can I continue my lunch? If you don't mind me, I won't mind you. If you need to get your stuff, the supplies are at the back. Go right ahead, but lunch? School's already over for the day. What word will you use then? There's no word for a meal you eat after lunch, but before dinner, right? It bothers me very much too, but I don't really know what I would say. I don't think you were supposed to eat a meal between lunch and dinner to begin with. But I'm hungry now, and my delicious boxed lunch would go to waste otherwise. I have curry. It's very delicious. With much decisiveness.
Curry is delicious, by the way.
I love curry. Anyway, with much decisiveness, Rin once more picks up the fork between her toes, and with at least as much impoliteness, she points straight at me. So, Ramsey, what brings you to this place? Like I said, I was told to look for these things. No, the school. From outside, you look fine. Is your problem inside? Come to a full stop, opening my mouth, but not getting a word out. I like her!
Come
She's
on, get
just
ready
like
to
her.
the best part of the entire game.
I can guess. I'm good at guessing. Better than most people. Rin cuts me off before I can answer her question, or skirt around it somehow. I don't know which I would have done. I froze in front of this issue again. I haven't even told anyone here about my condition, or maybe it's only because it hasn't really come up. I do get the feeling that not making issues of this is a part of the social code here, as the teacher said. I wonder if the people here could relate. Probably not any better than any normal person could. I can't relate to Shizune's circumstances, or Lily's either. Naturally, while I go through this in my mind, Rin keeps considering what my condition could be, with an overtly contemplative look on her face. She puts the fork between her lips and leans back, looking to the ceiling as if answers written up there. A beam of light illuminates her face from the window side, creating a mask of dark shadow on the other side. I don't think it's anything in your head, or something in your guts would be boringly ordinary, like this lunch of mine, and less delicious. The problem must be in your pants.
Yeah.
Ah, I like her.
See, the
This
best
is a
part of the
messed up
game
Sherlock
is
Holmes kind
missed.
of statement, and the sheer lack of tact it was delivered with catches me completely off guard. I think I might have reeled back, even physically, if Rin's eyes wide in revelation and astonishment. So I was right. There's something wrong with your tackle, isn't there? I love it! Still, partially in shock, but recognizing the need to reply something, I spit out the first thing I can think of. No, nothing like that. I have a heart problem. Arrhythmia. I said it. More like blurted out, but I said it. The girl in front of me purses her lips together and glowers at me, looking very disappointed. How boring. Trouble in pants would have been much more scandalous. What? They put you in a different school because you have the inability to have a fucking erect dick. Good. The pills he's taking is actually Viagra. Arrhythmia is just codename for erectile dysfunction. The real reason he passed out that one time with the chick is because he was trying to have a boner so hard he passed out, but he just couldn't because it was erectile dysfunction. What's with this What's with this reaction? I'm sorry to let you down, says Hizao. Or Ramsey, who's Hizao? Rin says, I forgive you. Just, I collect people, and a person with, that kind of problem would have been really great. Collect people? People with different problems. You see, I keep them all in a jar? I'm joking. Huh. So you just, go around asking people what's wrong with them? Pretty much. I see. With little left to say, Rin resumes her lunch and the conversation dies away, but I keep thinking about what was said. Do I really have it? It's the first... it's the first time I told anybody about my condition. All the other people have either known about it already or heard about it from someone else. Or didn't need to know about it, like every other student here so far. Should I have told it as a natural part of introductions? Is it expected of me? Hi, I'm Ramsey. I have a serious heart condition. Is that how I'm supposed to go around it? So serious, it gave me erectile dysfunction. Is that how I'm supposed to go around introducing myself from now on? As if our disabilities would define us. What a disgusting thought. Or maybe it's this Tezuka girl just has an unnatural interest in such things. As I walk to the back room to pick up the items on Misha's list, my chance opens to study Rin from the corner of my eye. Her hair is burnt auburn, almost orange, and cropped short. Long hair would probably be impossible with no arms. The boy's uniform with the lack of arms make her look very thin, almost scrawny. She's not particularly pretty, except for her murky green eyes, which flicker restlessly from below her short bangs, even when she eats. The distance and the shadows make it seem like they don't reflect sunlight at all, but instead absorb all of it, within them like deep wells, almost as deep as my words. She moves her feet almost as deftly, almost as deftly as a normal person would use their arms. However, I can see how this sight could discomfort people, especially while eating. It makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable, at least. I hesitate to think about the word unnatural, but it's too late now, isn't it? I keep searching the cabins and shelves for Misha's things, but after enough time passes, the silence grows too uncomfortable, so I try to force some conversation out of the strange girl. So, do you always eat alone and this late? Or do you get the occasional visitor? Visitors. Maybe you are my first occasional visitor, but I don't always eat alone either. Sometimes I eat with a certain person on the roof, if she's not horsing around. Horsing? She likes to do sports.
Yeah, you can get some riding done later.
Oh, says okay.
Oh no!
You passed out again.
Oh, if you want to see
I'm
some,
tearing this family apart. Drink by drink.
Lisa!
Very sorry about that. You see, my Discord crashed. Anyway, Ramsey says, "Oh," and that's all I can think of to say. Both of us fall silent again as Rin forks the last bits of her meal into her mouth. I look down at my haul and double check it with Misha's list. It seems I have everything except plywood. So I think I have all the things now. That's very nice for you. Don't feel obligated. Oh my god. Don't feel obliged to stay. I was about to take a nap anyway. You need to do whatever you are going to do with the stuff anyway, right? Or perhaps you'd like to watch girls sleep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would. I'd be like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'd probably say that.
You can watch me while I sleep, and you will while she showers.
Tink, I want
Well,
you to.
you can call me while I shower.
Sonic, Tink, Eva. Sonic, Tink, Eva. Eva, Tink, Sonic. Stop.
Lisa gets lonely,
I'm very sad. I'm not
especially
sure.
in the shower.
He has no arms. He needs someone to help him. I'm not sure what to make of this, but Rin looks serious. Even if I did, I think I have to be going. I'll catch you around, Tezuka.
Oh, shit.
You can call me Rin. I feel that our relationship is at the point good enough to warrant this much. I was already turning to make my exit, but she draws me back in. Fine. Then I'm Ramsey. Then you are. Rin looks me hard in the eyes, but the intimidating feeling you get when someone stares at you isn't there. It's like she's actually not looking at me at all. She blinks a couple of times, and I can't figure out why a pause like this just popped between us out of nowhere. See you later, Ramsey. There is something like a tiny smile there in her face, maybe. Almost as smug as that Muto guy. Alright, never use that again. Hey, quiet. It's gonna sound so weird in recording. It already does. Like, the last episode I was watching, and like, whenever someone was addressing you, it just sounded like they were talking to themselves.
Yeah.
It's because they are. Sonic's not real. I'm the one running the YouTube channel. I quietly back out of the room. As I shut the door in front of my face, I whisper to myself, "What an intriguing person." From inside, I hear a muffled, sing-song voice. "I heard that." "What did you hear?" says Misha as she jump scares me, because I actually did get a little bit of a jump. What did she hear? I jump at the sudden appearance of Misha, who I had not heard approaching, despite the completely empty hallway. Somehow she had gotten to jumping distance of me without making a sound. Creepy. It briefly reminds me of Kenji's nutty theory about global feminist conspiracy, but I pushed that thought aside. Winks at Eva. Winks at Eva.
Investigate 9/11.
Shizune, standing slightly behind Misha, looks aloof, as she couldn't have heard the remark that drew Misha's attention, but Misha's visibly excited. No, wait. More importantly, who's in there? There's no club meetings today. She tries to curiously peek past me, even though the door prevents her from seeing anyway. "What are you doing here?" I say. "You took so long that we had to come check what was wrong." "That's no good," he chanted. I keep thinking of that Sonic commercial. She wags her finger at me scoldingly. I found plywood.
Daddy.
Stop! I found plywood, but everything else is still missing because you are tardy. Oh, sorry. I got the things here. Was just gonna bring them. I think you were up to some mischief, He-chan. Oh my god, I love how when she crosses her arms, she pushes her boobs up.
Rockin'.
Yeah, I think you were up to some mischief, He-chan. Who's in there with you? I wonder. Misha signs something quickly to Shizune, pointing at her own ear a couple of times. Shizune immediately pushes away past me and opens the door into the classroom I just left. I can only imagine the shock she's experiencing. With Shizune's diligence and attitude, the insolence of daring to deface school property by sleeping on top of it must be too much to bear. And indeed, she stares at Rin, frozen in place apart from the slight but noticeable trembling of her shoulders. From suppressed rage, I am sure. Instead of blowing up, Shizune just takes a few deep breaths, adjusts her glasses, and slams the door shut, turning to sign furiously at Misha. Maybe she didn't blow up, but I can't understand it. She shoots a very loaded stare at me, too, as if it was somehow my fault that Rin is sleeping on one of the tables.
Load it, baby.
I hope she's not getting
Unload it.
I hope she's not getting any funny ideas about the reason of my tardiness. Hello. Rin's voice comes from the other side of the door, and it takes a few eye blinks to realize she might have trouble opening it. That's funny. Get it? Because she has no arms. I open the door to find Rin directly behind us, looking at us with half-interested, half-sleepy face. Hello.
So don't you cross her legs in disapproval?
I can't. I have a penis. Miss Tezuka, what do you think you were doing? You are absolutely not permitted to use school property for such disgraceful activity. It sure is suddenly very crowded here. Didn't know I was this popular. It's hard to say whether she's happy or unhappy about this turn of events. At this rate, she ignores Shizune and Misha's scolding, so they have no choice but to drop the issue. Shizune taps Misha's shoulder, points at Rin and makes some quick signs. Shizune, ... Misha, popularity aside, please do not do that anymore. Misha, anyway, how is your project going? Will it be done for the festival? Rin looks at them blankly, apparently at ease under the pressure Shizune's cold stare is putting on her. And keep wondering about that myself too. And we'll think harder about it. We'll think about it harder. As Misha signs her reply to Shizune, her face turns into an unsatisfied frown. Miss Tezuka, please try to take this seriously. It'll be a disaster if the wall looks like someone threw up their lunch onto it. Rin nods assertively. We'll think more seriously. Misha actually giggles at that, but Shizune doesn't. Not even after translation. She just shakes her head, takes some materials from me, and takes off with Misha in tow. Rin frowns thoughtfully as she looks after the retreating student council duo. How rude. It's true though. I must finish my project before this weekend.
How cool.
There will be dire consequences if I don't. The end of the world as we know it. Like weekends usually are, but more dire. Much more dire. Maybe I'll postpone my nap to unforeseen future. I like Rin. She's cool.
Right? She's the best.
I'm about to ask what project she has, one of the apocalyptic consequences, but she walks back into the art classroom. Says you have nothing to do. Would you give me a hand? This paint can't fit into my bag, but I need it. She kicks lightly at the huge bag of paint that's lying on the ground. I'm just going to keep that as ground, next to the table she was sitting on and sleeping on. It lets out a dull clang. Being the gentleman I am, what the fuck? Okay. Being the gentleman I am, I naturally pick it up. Heavy. Yeah, sure. Where do you need me to take it? Away. And with that, she takes off to the hallway, me and the paint can following since there's little choice of for either of us. The hallway is quiet and empty now with Shizune and Misha gone. So we too leave towards the stairwell at the other end. I'm very sorry. At the end, oh my god, I'm gonna shoot myself in the face. Every 10 or 15 or 20 steps, I have to change the can from one hand to another because the thin handle cuts in my palm. At least I think, at least it keeps my arms from tiring too fast. Rin strolls on beside me with an uneven pace that I have trouble matching. Or maybe I am walking weird because of the extra weight. It seems one of us is constantly walking too slow or too fast, and I can't figure out which. 2 flights of stairs down, trouble appears in the form of the head nurse and his fox-like grin. Ah, Mr. I can't remember if... Yeah, Mr. Ramsey. What a happy coincidence. Tezuka too, of course. He nods courteously to Rin. He nods courteously to Rin, who does not acknowledge him back, then turns to me because obviously it's me who he has some business with. There's something I forgot to mention on Monday. I nod and wait impassively
That's not a
because I
real
can't
word.
even begin to guess what he forgot. The feeling of the handle delving deeper into my skin doesn't make me feel enthusiastic about the interruption either. It's about your medications. Since you haven't been that long on your current medications, there might be some unexpected side effects, which might require adjusting dosages or even changing to another kind of medication. So, we will do a few tests regularly, but what I'd want is for you to keep an eye on everything in your condition that feels off, if you get what I mean. Nausea, headache, anything. And come see me if something happens. Alright. So how are you? Everything fine? I give up and drop the can to the floor before answering him. Apparently this takes longer than my biceps can handle. I'm about to say something generic as an answer, but I realize how often I've done that lately. Other people have asked me that too. Teachers and students here, my parents, visitors, nurses, doctors at the hospital. Everyone seems to be concerned about that. It's natural for the hospital, not so much for a school. Except this school. This is a small school, and both the student base and the faculty seem to be very tightly knit. At least, that's the feeling I'm getting. And this is not the kind of school that gets transferred students too often. The thought sends shivers up my spine, but I give a generic answer anyway. Oh my god. That's great. Also, one other thing, says the nurse. My sources tell me that you've been at neither the school track nor even the pool. So I'd like to know if you've taken up exercising as I asked. Of course I haven't. But his way of inquiring gives me the feeling that I should have been running my ass off on the track since the very first day. You have people spying on me? Not as much, I just happen to know a few people. But that's not the issue here, so don't try to slip out of it. Well, I was actually doing some improvised weightlifting as an exercise. I pick up and lift the can up and down a few times like some sad imitation of a bodybuilder, even though it's weighing down my arms painfully. The stupid grin disappears from his face for a second, then comes back like it was never gone. Tezuka, would you give us a second?
He's gonna
Zeus
beat
grabs
you
me by
up.
the shoulder without waiting for Rin's permission, which he didn't need in the first place, and drags me aside. When I told you to exercise, I wasn't joking. I understand that you are still in your first week and all, but please don't ignore the importance of this. The reason I'm coming down this hard on you is that habits are not easy to form. The more you slip and postpone, the harder it'll be. It's the same with everything, like dieting. Can you promise me to be more serious about
Alright,
this
this
from
is
now on?
actually one of the most important choices in the
Decisions?
game.
Well, considering that
Decisions
young...
isn't a word. Yeah, save.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
right now.
Alright, shit.
Save.
I'm saving.
Save.
Hurry up. Hurry do it.
Create new save.
I saved.
In other news, I unlocked the tech.
I did. Alright,
Create
Yep.
3.
alright.
So
Now,
choose all the choices.
I have to think about this. So, if it was me, I would say yes, and then I would procrastinate. But I know that girl with prosthetic legs is a runner. And I don't want to go on her path. So I'm going to say maybe. Or yes.
Which did you do? I hit maybe.
Alright, I chose maybe
Actually,
as
wait.
well.
I think I wait. No, I saved. Me too.
Oh, yeah. I guess I'll. No, choose maybe.
Okay, maybe.
Maybe. No, I mean, he gives me a nasty sort of look when I say that. Make me try to take back the word. I mean, I don't know. I'm still trying to get used to the school. I'll promise to try, though. You're not being very convincing there, Ramsey. Tip number 1. Medical professionals are not amused when you take their advice lightly. What's up with them? What's up? What's up with them? What's up? What's up, Doc? As if a day or two would make that much of a difference. I didn't do anything at the hospital either. Yeah, okay. Sorry. He starts for more. He started for a room with his dog sliding again. Okay, that's more like it. If you go to the school track tomorrow morning, you'll meet my spy, who probably has no qualms offering consultation to you if you want to jog a bit. I know it. I know it's gonna be the girl with the legs. He's out says consultation. See you around. He leaves with a wave of his hand and no answer. I walk to Rin, who has been waiting, idly leaning against the hallway wall and staring at the pale lighting fixtures in the ceiling. Even when I approach, she doesn't move her eyes off them. Are you getting medications for your heart thingy? Were you listening? It comes out more accusatory than I intended, accidentally lashing out on her. But even so, I don't really want to start talking about her. I just met her. I don't know her. It's none of her business. The nurse seems to be happily ignorant about confidentiality, too. Talking about that kind of thing in public. But it's.
Nope, that was it.
Okay, my Discord just crashed, and the only thing I heard was grab her pussy, and then it just crashed. So I know how that looked, but it's not. I'm not caught off
Sure.
guard. I'm used to you, I promise. Actually, I'm gonna take a drink. But it's not Rin's fault, is it? I look up at her, suddenly feeling a bit guilty, but Rin is just staring past my shoulder, quizzically, her head tilted like a bird's. Sigh. I don't know why this is so hard for me. It feels like there's some inexplicable lock that prevents me from being more upfront about this. Yeah, they're for my heart. Will they make you better? No, not really. They just make it less worse. Rain keeps looking at me for a while longer, as she neither says anything further, nor displays any kind of emotion I could discern. I'm thankful that she doesn't. I think I'm still not quite used to all this. At the hospital it was easy, but I still haven't sorted my feelings about having to live a normal life with this disability. We leave the main building and Rin leads us towards the dorms. We stop at the small patch of greenery out in front of the dorm building. The dorm is built on a slightly elevated ground, with a wall and a few trees that everyone has to circle around every time they come or go. It's probably the one. Oh my god! It's probably the only inconvenient design in the school. The entire wall, made up of some kind of bricks, and the building itself has been covered with some sort of painting. Most of it is still mere sketches, quick lines drawn with black and white against the gray plastering that covers most of the entire length of the wall, but some places look a bit more finished. There are human faces and legs and hands. I can't quite say what the painting as a whole might portray. Stacks of what seem to be paint cans are arranged in piles on the ground beside the wall. See, the left side is hardly off the ground yet. It's because I couldn't get in the mood yesterday, so I gave up and went to meditate instead. Then it was suddenly morning. I have to work on it, but the guys from art class are helping me with the negative spaces and the base surfaces whenever, which is the... Oh my god, which is a problem. It's easier to paint big areas if there are a lot of people with hands. The reach is better and it's faster too. She goes on a tangent of a tangent, waving a little with her arm or whatever of it there actually is to demonstrate, even though I got the point already. The white cotton of her sleeve flaps around and makes me think. It makes me think it could look sadder than it does. It doesn't look that sad. But it makes... I'm imagining a T-Rex. Anyway.
Yeah.
But it makes me feel out of place. Like almost every tangible reminder of the student base's special properties has in the past few days. The girl doesn't seem to notice my dreary feelings, of course. Or the fact that she lost me a while ago already and just keeps on blabbering. So that's why I'm trying to figure out if there is something I need to figure out and to figure that out before it's too late and all hope is lost, says Ren. Why would the hope be lost? Because paint has to be painted, and then it has to dry, and then it has to be painted over with another kind of paint. It takes time, says Ren. She finally stops, apparently thinking she's made some kind of statement that makes sense. I think it's best to start from the top. So, this is your project? You did this? Yes. Yes. All of it? Yes. Nice, but... I stumbled with my words, suddenly feeling I've walked straight into a minefield of political incorrectness. It's okay, you can say it. I probably won't get mad. I brushed really hard. I don't really know what the right thing to say, if any. It feels like I'm being way more sensitive than Ren is, though. This is really awkward. Don't you want to ask? How do you paint without hands? See, I'm an easy person to talk to, right? With my feet. I almost guessed that already, but isn't that hard to do? You're good at guessing. Anyway, I don't think it is. But maybe I'm used to it by now. I can't get my mind around the fact that she could be an artist. But seeing how adept she is with using her feet to eat, I figure painting might not be a problem either. Neither of us have anything more to add to the subject. The afternoon lights worked perfectly as well. I was afraid it would look too flat, but it's not like that after all. I think it's actually pretty interesting. I wanted to see what it looks like in the dim light. Do you think it looks flat? Yeah, well, paintings tend to be flat. Not like that flat, you know, flat. Like some people are. No substance, no meat where there should be some. I know a few girls who... Okay, I get it. But I couldn't really tell. I'm not good with art. I can't name many artists or artistic terms. So I don't really have anything else to say. Isn't it ironic that me, an art student, is saying those words with my mouth?
Yeah.
Rin shrugs her shoulders at that, saying, suit yourself without saying it, and looks up at the sky as if trying to look for something up there. I didn't think I'd get any actual work done. If you give me a hand with the paints, I can do a little before it's too dark. I wanted to get a halogen lamp like the ones they have at the sport track, but there aren't any. Rin sure is quick to recruit my help, as was Shizoon. It really makes me feel that the festival is such a big project that every pair of hands is needed. Get it? Cause she has no hands! Why not? I'm not really sure if I can be of any help, though. It's just mixing some paints, you can do that. Probably. Do you have motor control problems, like, you know, those people who have some?
Me?
Cerebral palsy, maybe? Not that I know of, I say. I get it. Hard thingy has nothing to do with that. She gives me a sly look for no reason. No, it doesn't. Let's do it then. And then we have sex.
Yeah.
So she sits on an empty wooden box and very naturally picks up the wide brush between the toes of her bare right foot.
Oh, you weren't gonna get lemon seed now.
Why?
Yeah, nothing.
What do you mean nothing? You can't just
You'll never meet the leader of the tennis team.
graze past that. I open a
Hold on,
few
I'll
of the
send it.
cans and pour some of the contents into shallow bowls for mixing. The thick paints flow lazily from the can to the bowl like syrup. I mix them, creating funny, hypnotic-looking swirl patterns that melt quickly into each other to form a new monotone hue. Rin sets to work, every now and then asking me for a hand with something or the other. Finding different brushes is easy enough, but mixing the paints to be the exact tone this girl is apparently seeing in her head is frustratingly ordeal. Wait, is a frustrating ordeal. There we go, that's better. She wants precision down to the last milliliter before she's satisfied, but her instructions are obscure at best. Add a half a splash of green. I crouch down and pick up a can of bright green. The other green. This green. I carefully pour some of the other green paint into the mixing bowl. No, that's almost a whole splash. More white. Is green a good color to add? No idea. You're the artist here. A hint of a smile appears in the corners of her mouth. Do you lack an opinion? No, it's just I have no idea. It's okay, because I got an idea. Add more white. With this exclamation, I pour a minuscule amount of white into the bowl and mix it. It looks slightly whiter. That's not good. It has to be like the color when you wake up and you know that you saw the meaning of life in your dreams and can't remember it. Maybe it's yellow. Despite the impossibility of mixing a color like the change of seasons or any other nonsense that's being imposed on me, I find myself enjoying it more than I thought I would. Seeing a painting being born on a plastered wall feels like magic. I spend the few moments I have between mixing paints, crouching out on the paving, and just looking at her work. It feels slightly intrusive at first, like breaking some imaginary intimacy, but Rin doesn't seem to mind in the least bit. Maybe it's just in my head. Her entire presence emits a completely different air as she patiently works on the details, adding layers of paint on top of layers of paint, steadily moving her foot across the wall to add new shapes. When I manage to produce a passable mixture of paint, the rare smile on her face is oddly rewarding. Apart from the few words when discussing paint mixes, neither of us says a word for the longest time. Even those short discussions soon evolve into a shorthand, both of us developing and using weird impromptu code words for various paints and hues, as if there was some need to conserve words and breath and sound, and breathe and sound. We stay there late into the evening until it becomes too dark to paint properly. Alright, cool. You want me to stop it there?
I don't know.
Good. Stop the recording there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
probably.
take a quick break to make some food, and then I'll continue when I get it back.